you stay in good conversation, you gotta tune in to Coffee and Conversation with Collette. That's me. Thursday mornings from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. on the only station, WHPR TV 33. See you soon. A little faster en route to work. So, that's what it's about. Sometimes you need that patience and that silent time because it allows you to slow things down. It allows you to think about some stuff. So before the break, I was just letting you all know that it is a pleasure and a privilege to be able to facilitate conversations. And I'm very clear that as human beings, our conversations can teeter because we're emotional creatures. Sometimes we're not listening, we're hearing, all those other things that happen. But if you don't take anything away from me, I want you to know that I respect you. I value your voice. We can always have a conversation. And I believe that you believe that. That's why you call in. No matter what the subject matter is, you call in. And specifically as it pertains to our conversations on these Friday mornings with the Son of Man and the New Nation of Islam, you call in. As uncomfortable as it might be for you, because in all due respect, I don't even believe that we are having a disagreement about the religious aspect. We're not. We don't ever have the conversations that we're battling that the Bible says something that the Quran didn't say and whatever the case may be. That's not been our history. I believe that it is more personality driven in the conversations and conflicts that we have. And in the midst of any of that, I don't ever want anyone to feel that they have been disrespected or offended. That is never, ever acceptable as far as I'm concerned, and never my intent to ask you, when I ask you to call and engage in this conversation. So that is what I wanted to say. Coming off of the heels of last week, there was a lot of energy that was happening, and for me, it was not acceptable. For me, and for those of you who reached out to me on the phone and social media to express yourselves and to see if I was okay and how I handled the situation or whatever the case may be, I appreciate that. Because for me, relationships are everything. So thank you. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for the communication. Because communication is everything. I don't want to guess what you're saying. I don't want to guess what your motives are. I don't want to guess what I think, how I believe that you look at a situation. I want to hear it from you. That's me. And so I value that. So thank you for that. So it is with that we're going to have the conversation. That's just what I needed to say before I brought in the Honorable Son of Man, the New Nation of Islam, to have the conversation for today. So thank you so much for giving me that time. And callers, I see you. So you just hold on. Just be patient with us, okay? And it is now with that I bring and welcome in, as always on Friday mornings, the Son of Man from the New Nation of Islam. Good morning, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum.
Wonderful.
Now, I is all who hunger and thirst for truth and righteousness. May Allah's Assalamu alaikum. I thought about these forums that I participate in with you, and it took me back to when I was younger in Islam, and I used to get into arguments with my mother about religion, and one day she and I was arguing, not disrespectfully, but I was just sharing with her all of the new knowledge I had acquired, not really looking at how it was affecting her. Mm-hmm. And my 3-year-old niece looked at me and asked me, she said, what are you trying to do, get her in trouble? So I told you that I'm going to So I stopped arguing with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want to hear it, and I had told you that I would soon not be talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
and we have reached a point in this particular. Don't get excited. I ain't saying I'm. We've reached a point where I think it would do you more harm than good for me to be in a forum like this, where you are so used to expressing your personal opinions and all of these kind of things. And I know most of you don't know the Word of God, so you don't know when I'm speaking that God's Word that I am sharing with you. And then you argue, and that offends me. And yet, it's kind of hard to get offended when you come into other people's forum. And when Mr. Harris first asked me to do this, I hesitated. And because he asked me to, I said, well, we'll try it. I'll try it. But let me read something to you from the Holy Quran. It says that, now this is in chapter 78, and I'm going to start at the 31st verse, and the section is titled The Day of Decision. The Day of Decision. It says, surely for those who keep their duty, who fear God and keep His commandments, is achievement. Things are going to happen good for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get businesses and you're going to get a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's gardens and vineyards and youthful companions, equals in age, and a pure cup. They hear not therein vain words, nor lying. A reward from thy Lord, a gift sufficient. The Lord of the heavenly knowledge and the earthly knowledge, and what is between them, the beneficent. They are not able to address him. The day when the Spirit and the angels stand in ranks, none shall speak except he whom the beneficent permits, and he speaks aright. That is the true day. So whoever desires may take refuge with his Lord. So this is not my broadcast. This is Ms. Ramsey's broadcast. And you're used to having conversations that no one demands any proofs of anything. People just express their views. And you didn't really come in here to hear me teach and preach the Word of God to you. And so I don't want to do you a disservice. It's just like you go in and I don't mean this as an insult. I mean this just as an example. If you want to preach to people and teach people, then you should have enough respect for God's Word to share it with those who want to hear it. You don't go in a bar or go into a place where people partying and having, doing their thing and say, hey, y'all, stop and listen to me. I won't preach to you. Even if you've got the right idea, you trying to do it at the wrong time. So, I hate to get you in trouble for falling on me, especially when I didn't need to. This is not the scriptural discussion with the Son of Man. But as with my, because of who I am, you don't have to believe I'm the Lord. I know who I am. I'm the Lord. And therefore I have to fulfill what's written. And as it's written, that none will be allowed to speak, but him whom the beneficent permits. But it makes it appear that I'm taking over her broadcast when I stop people in the middle of what they're saying to let them know that what they're saying is not facts. You need to bring me some facts. And that just don't work outside of a scriptural discussion with the Son of Man. So what I'm going to do, this will be my last Friday coming into your forum here, because I don't like to break anyone's peace, and I'm not permitted to sit and listen to people when they are not speaking that which I know to be correct. If it's not correct, then I either correct it or excuse myself. And so many things that people say, even though they've never been checked on it, they assume that it is correct. But with me, I check myself and I let other people check me, and so I'm always checking people. And sometimes that don't work so well when you're in a forum. That's kind of like, as they say, talk soup. Everybody expresses themselves and everybody gives an opinion and that kind of thing. And so I don't want to break your peace, So I will just let you be at peace in the forum that you're used to. And when you decide you want to hear me, I'm on there. I encourage all of you to keep listening to the station, keep participating. Ms. Ramsey is a very gracious host, and I think that people need an outlet to sometimes just vent, and I know that, but I have to do my job. I'm not allowed to sit up and just listen to people vent. I have to correct it if they say something they got no business. And sometimes that really hurts people's feelings. And it makes it appear that I'm trying to hurt their feelings. But I'm not here to hurt your feelings. I'm here to save your life. And let me show you one more thing. Since this is my last Friday with you in this forum, now I'll still be on tonight on my regular broadcast in my regular class. And in the class, then that's what people come for. They come to hear me teach. And then whatever discussions they want to have or disagreements they want to have, they know that they can put them forth. And all of you know that I stop. I'm in the middle of a sentence and somebody says something, I'll stop and say, did someone have something they want to ask me? Or what? Because that's the way I teach. It is a class. I learned that when I was in class, watching other teachers. They stop. If you have a question, if you have an argument, they entertain it. And so that's what I do. But in the words that I'm speaking, they have been creating havoc and the enemy ever since the days of the prophets. As Jesus said in the 17th chapter of the book of John, he said in the 14th verse, he said, I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. So, when you speak truth, especially to the mind that is in power, and there's a mind that's been in power over us for the past 6,000 years, when you speak truth to that mind that condemns it, it is not happy. So, just like, no thief or no one who has been in the wrong is happy to see the one who comes to make it right. So I want you to know that I don't have any animosities towards you. I'm getting out of the way so that you don't get in trouble. And don't take my words like they are empty. Do you not see the things that's happening to all of these people since I told them what they did to Dr. Cosby was wrong and they was going to be paid back for it? Now, every time you look up a senator, now they got some senator that's been accused. It's a whole lot of people being accused and being rightly accused because they did a wrong to a man just to stop us black people from looking up to him and listening to his advice. So I'm not here to be your enemy, and rather, before I let you make me your enemy, I'll stop talking to you. So, I love my people. I don't want to see any bad happen to any of you. And so even little brother Jihad, I'm gonna excuse him. Little brother, I don't want to see harm come to you. So, you all, go on and continue your regular interaction with each other and do what you do. And you know where to find me when you want to talk with me. Now, I'm not going to just say this and run out. I don't do that. If any of you have any questions about anything that I have just shared with you, you're welcome to ask me whatever you want to ask me. Let if some of them want to ask me something about this. But you're not going to change my mind. I'm not saying, no. I done had enough of this kind of forum. I'm not going to let Collette take the heat for me. I don't let nobody take the heat for me. That's why I don't have no ministers out here, because what I teach is dangerous for anyone other than me to speak it. So I don't put nobody, like I said, if I was the president, I couldn't, the Secret Service, they wouldn't be able to do me like they did to other people, because I can't let nobody take a bullet for me. I'm not going to do it. You ain't going to, if what I'm teaching causes me to be in trouble, then I'm going to be in trouble. I sure ain't going to get you in trouble trying to protect me. So that is how I feel about it. That's why most of the time you see me traveling, you see me, riding around mostly by myself. So if any of you have something you want to ask me, Collette, you can go to the phone lines, and if they want to ask me something, don't come in. I don't need no applause and all of that kind of stuff. I don't go for that. I saw that already. I used to see people praising the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and showering him with gifts. And then I lived to see those same people disrespecting his memory. So let's just keep all the flattery to ourselves and stick to truth. So if you have a question about anything that I have just said, you feel free to ask me.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that. We have a caller. So let's go to the line and see what the conversation is. Thanks for your patience. Good morning to you. Good morning. Are you there? Caller? Can you turn your TV down so we can hear you? Okay. Well, if you decide that you have a question for the Son of Man based on. Are you there? No? Okay. If you all decide, you can call back. If you decide that you have a question for the Son of Man based on what he has shared with us this morning, please do so. Let me make sure you have the numbers again: 313-868-0342 or 313-868-0351 and 313-868-4336. And as the Son of Man said, he still it will be the voice that he is and continue to have his shows and his teaching his lessons and the like. And of course, as always, extending that invitation to us to be a part of that forum and to ask those questions as we open it up as well in this type of forum for you all. Because at the end of the day, I believe that this is the truth that I walk in. I believe we walk in. It is that we have to learn. We work to be better together. Because at the end, it will be us together to figure out how to make it great for our communities. That is me. If we can't get along, if we can't have the communication and can agree to disagree, just in these conversations, we're not talking about the things that you all deal with in your day-to-day lives. We're not in those details. We're just talking about whatever topic I might put out on the air for that morning. The importance of leadership, just to know who you follow, why you follow, who you follow, why you believe what you believe. Those things. I believe that sometimes the simplest of things, those symptoms, allow us to get to the bigger issue. And as Son of Man said, if so many of us just want to have the conversation, as we do, just to talk, just to vent, not a problem. And you also know that you have another outlet that you can go for exact lesson and exact teaching with the Son of Man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's what WHPR, TV33, on Comcast as well, what we afford you here. It's a plethora of tools that allow you to work to be the best you that you can be. So, Son of Man, maybe you just said it so exact that, okay, the line is just a call, so let's see. Thanks so much for your call. Good morning to you. Caller, are you there? Okay, I see the
line. Are we having trouble with the phone?
Okay, maybe we're just having, folks, okay. Caller?
Let them call my cell phone if they want to.
Okay, please. Yes, Son of Man, please give your numbers again. Son of Man is letting everyone know. Okay.
786-1332. That's 601-786-1332. I'll put you on there.
Okay, you all, did you get that? You can call Son of Man directly as well.
Yes, this is the man of fun.
Okay, I don't know.
What is that?
Well, Son of Man, until we get the callers in queue, please take these next moments to okay.
I want to know, I think that is a good thing. I used to enjoy listening to Mr. Harris as I enjoy listening to you, Collette.
Thank you.
So I don't want this morning broadcast to cease because, the first step to getting together is communicating with each other. Mm-hmm. And oftentimes, just like when you eat, when you finish eating, you may be a little uncomfortable sometimes. I know I've overeaten sometimes and said, I don't know why I sit there and ate all that. I'm sitting up here. It can't hardly move. And it's very uncomfortable. But eventually, it all digests. And, the waste is dispelled. And the nutrients are taken in. Well, it takes time to digest what people say. You know, I'm gonna tell you something that I wish all of you would learn. You know, I mean, I listen when you're talking to me, even if I don't like what you're saying. I listen.
Okay.
Or you can't argue with a person if you don't listen to what they say. And so I listen, and it's not that I'm listening for a lie. I'm listening for the truth. And when I hear something that does not ring true, I stop and get questioning. I say, well, what make you say this, or what make you say that? Many people, they don't want you to stop them and question them about what they say. They just want to keep talking, and that's one of the reasons why people get offended with me. Because when you speaking to me, I'm not just waiting on my turn to talk. I'm listening to you to understand what you are saying. And so I hope that we all will start doing that. Listen to what a person says. If it does not ring true, stop them. Say, wait a minute. You just said this. Now, what did you base that on? Well, you know, that's one thing that I agree with some of the people that I've heard in the news. I heard this one newsman, I think it was on MSNBC, one of the anchors there. He said about Kellyanne Conway when he was presenting facts to her. And she said, well, these are some alternate facts. And he said, there's no such thing as alternative facts. He was right. There is no such thing as an alternative fact.
Right.
Alternative fact is just a lie. A fact is a fact. It's not an alternative fact. It's a fact. So, and then I've heard others say, well, you know, everyone is entitled to their own opinion,
Right.
but not their own facts.
Right.
You see, and what that means is, you know, it's not an opinion to say that it is daylight outside. That's not my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. And so, likewise, facts are things that you can say that no one can argue with. When you have presented facts, trust me, nobody will be able to argue with you. Mm-hmm. Not me and nobody else. When you present facts, you know, because facts prove themselves. You can, that is just another way of saying you presented proof. Mm-hmm. And that is not your proof or my proof. It is proof that is self-evident. It's just like if I say the Bible said this, the Bible say that. You know, if it's my understanding of what the Bible meant, then I shouldn't have said the Bible said it. I should have said the Bible said this, and this is what I got out of it. But if I say the Bible said it, then if you ask me to show it to you, then I'm supposed to be able to show it to you. Otherwise, what possessed me to say it said it if I don't know that it said it? So I don't do that. So I was told to take the book and eat it up and speak with the words that's in it. So, you know, when people think that I'm just talking off the top of my head. No, I'm not talking off the top of my head. I'm talking as one brother, I think it was Brother John. He said, that's all you do is quote the Bible and quote the Quran. Well, he's right. He knew that's what I was doing. A lot of people didn't. So, you know, it is very important that, you know, I try my best to stay out the way. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm getting out of the way so that, you know, like my mother, I love my mother. You know, when my niece said that to me, I know ain't no 3-year-old had no business saying nothing like that to me. And I was just in my 20s when she said that, but I knew, you know, wait a minute, something else going on here. What in the world she doing, listening to me and my mother go back and forth. She come asking me, what you trying to do, get her in trouble? No, I'm not trying to get you in trouble, so I'm going to get out this forum here so that I don't get you in trouble. And I was told, that a Caucasian called up to the station talking about, uh, you know, what you say about white people is fine, but if you want racism to die, he used the expletive, you know, as though we the one keeping racism going. Yet we hear white police officers out there talking about we don't kill none of the black people. I mean, I wish you would call me up with some foolishness like that. And don't call the station with that no more.
Okay.
May Allah cast you into hell if you ever do it again. So, anyway, I'm going to let you go now. Collette,
Okay.
I thank you for being such a gracious replacement for Richard. And I had spoke to his wife not long ago, and she said that he's in therapy, and that he's coming along slow, but he is coming along.
Yes. Yes.
Again, thank you, and this will be, and I'll see y'all tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
And
may
thank
Allah
you.
continue to do and safe.
Absolutely. And thank you so much, Son of Man. We've all learned from you. We'll continue to learn with you and through you. So everyone, remember tonight, I don't know if we're going to put that information up so you can see, it's what we do on Fridays. Friday night at 9 o'clock, you can call in, you can get the word, you can continue to have the conversations. That is what is most important, and that's what we want for you. So don't turn that down. We're about to go into our Freestyle Friday portion. We're just going to take a little break and get that together for you, and we'll be right back.